So this is part 2 of making a pizza box flyer. Previously, I had wanted to put the engine up front, but YouTube user Carlos Javier C asked, what are you going to do about balance? And I realized that with the engine here, the battery would have to be somewhere here, and too much weight would be up front. So what I did is I cut out a section for the motor, and it'll fit in here like this. Now how am I going to mount it? What I did was create 2 blocks of foam. I cut up the foam in small sheets and then taped them together, and then poked 2 holes. And this will act like a clamp. Go on either side and clamp down and hold the engine in place. And the engine will mount here. And using zip ties through the holes, pull it tight, will hold the engine in place. And then it will just slide in, and then I'll just tape it down, and I think that'll hold the engine in place. Now I've got it all together and you can see how it looks. I've got the zip ties on, but I've kept them loose so that I could insert it onto here. Once I have this on, I will pull the zip ties tight. Okay, it's in place. Next I'll secure it and attach the battery, and then we'll give it a test drive. So I've mounted the engine. I know it's not perfect and it's sloppy, it's off center, whatever, but I think it'll be good enough, but we'll find out, of course. Now you can see that this side has the engine up higher. So if this were the top, let's say, which I am calling the top and I'm calling this the bottom, it just seems better to have the engine up higher. I don't know what advantage it offers, but the engine is slightly above the horizon of the plane. Now we'll see how that works. Maybe having it exactly center is better. Okay, it's time for the test drive. I'm going to hook up the battery, but first turn on the remote, throttle down, connect the battery. Okay, that beep means the propeller is ready. This is a brand new engine. Actually, everything here is brand new propeller, brand new motor mount, and so on. Sounds real nice having a brand new motor. Alright. Now let me give it, hold it down and give it some more throttle. It's making that noise because I haven't fully charged my battery since my last flight, but I'm pretty happy. Let's give it some stress test here. Alright, great. One nice thing about this block is I might be able to hold it here and hopefully not chop myself and then be able to throw it. I don't want to go back because I'll definitely chop myself there, so I've got to be careful to hold it. And it's nice just having, most of the time I see people with PBF flyers, they throw it from the side. So I think I get some more power if I throw it straight like this. Alright, we've jumped ahead 2 months. I haven't been working on the PBF plane. The footage you were just watching was shot March 16th. Today is May 5th. I had some new realizations. I learned that I can do delta mixing or elevons. To get elevons to work, all I have to do is to flip a switch, the mix switch, on my remote. The second thing I had to do was to plug in my servos into my elevator and my aileron ports. Okay, I'll show you this is actually working. I'm going to, you can see that it's moving with the elevator, but it's also moving with the ailerons. So it's flat mixed. And here's the other one. Aileron, elevators. Now when you combine the two, pretty cool. So I'm back to using 2 flaps for elevons. I've attached the Clevis from my Corsair. I wasn't sure where the best place to put it, so I kind of centered it and placed it close to the pivot point to give it a good range of movement. One problem I've had with these servos is the gears keep stripping, and so one worry I have with these large flaps is that the force of the flaps pushing on the servos may strip the servos, but we'll see what happens. So I'm still trying to think of the best way to mount the servo. I was thinking of just using Gorilla Glue, but actually a better idea, I think, is using zip ties. What I'm thinking of doing is putting some duct tape on the top and bottom, and then putting 2 holes in it and zip tying it down tight, and I think that'll hold it very securely. So I'm going to use the same zip tie method to secure my receiver and battery, and duct tape things down, duct tape my ESC down, and once I mount everything, it should be ready to fly. I know in my previous video I said I would fly this plane, but that was before I had my new channel, Rebel Planes, and so what I'm going to do is reserve the maiden flight of this for Rebel Planes, and this channel will be for like construction videos and my ordinary flights. Rebel Planes will be for my extraordinary flights. See you next time.